Welcome back, 18!
A fan named Rex Bacara shared a heartfelt and detailed message on Facebook about his experience at the SB19 concert in Dubai. I went to see SB19 at the Coca-Cola Arena a few days ago. I'm not what you can call a die-hard fan, but I've always liked their slow songs. Since it was the weekend and because I love Filipino music, I went. Even before the concert began, Filipinos were everywhere, crossing streets, rushing through walkways, lining up hours before the gates opened. You could feel it in the air, that quiet excitement of people who've waited long for something that reminds them of home. And it actually made me proud. Proud that this Filipino act was performing in Coca-Cola Arena, the same stage that has seen some of the world's biggest names. When SB19 appeared, the arena exploded, sold out, every seat filled, every light stick raised, every heart ready. Their presence commanded attention, strong, precise, magnetic. They stepped onto the stage and the energy shifted. The lights, the noise, the crowd, they all bent toward them. It wasn't an entrance, it was a takeover. For more than 2 hours, they sang and danced without pause. The choreography was sharp, the vocals steady even in the hardest routines. Every transition, every beat, every shout from the crowd felt earned. Their stamina and focus were incredible. You could tell they worked for every second of that stage. The reviews I've seen said it perfectly. No dull moment. On par with international shows, intense, powerful, and that's true. The performance had no weak spots, no wasted time. Even the breaks between songs felt intentional, like part of a story they were telling through sweat, breath, and rhythm. But what I felt most was relief. For one night, it was a break from everything. Frustrating in our country, the endless noise of politics, the heaviness of home. For a few hours, we are not tired Filipinos shaking our heads at the news. We were proud once, singing together in a place that finally felt like we belonged. These young men deserved their global fame. What we saw that night was a product of years of intense training, sweat, and long nights. I know there must have been struggles behind the scenes, pressures, demands, exhaustion. But when they performed, all of that turned into power. Passion became movement, discipline became music. More importantly, they did a great service to OFWs. For a few hours, they gave something we all quietly crave, the feeling of home. They brought us back to our culture, our laughter, our families we miss. It was nostalgia, yes, but it was also healing. The kind you feel when you hear a familiar accent in a foreign land, or a song that reminds you of who you are. SB19 that Saturday night carried a nation's longing and turned it into pride. And for a brief but truly wonderful night, they turned a people divided by politics, tired of corruption, and scattered across continents into one voice, one crowd, one nation, singing together under one light.